Hello, my name is Halia. I am a gold and IATAN card holder, and I've been with Archer for about 3.5 years now. Today, we are going to go over how to grow your business utilizing Facebook. We're going to go over how to join groups, what types of groups to join, how to engage in groups, and then we're also going to go over how to create your own group. And how to run your own group. We're going to create a group together and then you guys can see step by step from the beginning what that process would look like. And we're going to do that together. And then you guys can go and create your own groups and run them and do all of the things. So first, let's start with joining groups and engaging in groups. First, you want to join groups that are going to be different, like travel destinations, right? You want to join 5 to 7 groups in the morning, 5 to 7 groups at night. Make sure you are spacing it out and not joining too many at one time, or Facebook will put you in Facebook jail, okay? And we don't want to do that. So we want to join 5 to 7 in the morning, 5 to 7 at night. So I will literally go into the search bar and just start typing in different travel destinations, right? It doesn't have to be anything, you don't have to, I don't want you guys to overthink it, right? Literally just type in like places you know people like to vacation to, okay? So it could literally be like Dominican Republic, search, and then just go down to groups. It's going to give you a list of different groups with Dominican Republic in the title, okay? Now, you can do this for all the different travel destinations, okay? All the places over the world, okay? And what you can do is you can like go to the group. I would say like kind of just see what it looks like off the first couple of looks real quick. This isn't really a group that I want to engage in because it looks like it's mostly people just posting ads. So then I'm going to go down to this Tips 2023 group. Now it says we want to go here. There's definitely some posting in here, so that's good. But still, it's ads, right? That's not something that I'm looking for. I'm looking for a group that is with real people asking real questions. So maybe I will specify where I want to go in the Dominican Republic, right? So we'll go to like Punta Cana, and then we'll go to groups. And then you can see here, it is going to give us a bunch of different groups, right? Different resorts. You can go into those resort groups, that's fine. But I'm looking more for like Punta Cana all inclusive, right? Or tips or things like that. So if we go into this group, you'll see I like to do new posts. And then you'll see it is some tips. This is an ad, but that's not the only thing being posted, right? Looking for top excursion recommendations for brides. This is something I posted in here, right? And then it's getting comments. A question asking for recommendations, right? So that's kind of what I'm looking for in the different groups. So you can search up, Italy, you can search up London, Tokyo, whatever travel destination you guys want to search up, okay? Start going into there and then start going through these groups and seeing what these people are posting, what they're asking for. So like this one is really good, right? I am between Bahia Principe Grand Punta Cana and Rio Palace Bavaro. Please, for this August, please let me know which resort you recommend. So what I do is I don't always know the different resorts, right? I personally have not traveled a lot. So I don't know all of the different answers. What I do is I will copy this. Now, I have trained my ChatGPT a lot in order to do so. But what I'll do is I'll copy this. The first time I started doing this, I think I trained it a little bit. You can see there's been a lot of stuff in here. But I'll say, respond to this comment, right? This is what the original poster was looking for, but they're open to ideas. And then I will just paste it, okay? So at this point, ChatGPT knows that I am a travel agent. If you have never used ChatGPT before, you're gonna have to train it and teach it that, right? I also had to tell it there's sometimes where I'm offering my services, there's sometimes where I'm not, but there's a certain way I like to word it when I am offering my services. So I had to train it and tell it, hey, whenever I say offer my services, this is how I want you to end the comment, okay? So I'm just gonna go in here and I'm gonna say respond to this post in a Punta Cana group and then I'm going to paste it. What it's going to do is it's going to throw out a response for me, okay? It's going to give a little bit of information on each hotel and then give a little bit of advice, okay? Because I'm not asking for it to offer services right now. What I'm then going to do is I'm just going to go to TripAdvisor, especially if I don't know anything about the resorts that it's giving. I'm going to go to TripAdvisor and then I'm just going to put in the hotel names real quick. Oh my goodness. And all I'm doing here is I'm just going to kind of go through the little summary right here of the hotel and then the review summary down here, which most of the time it has. Hey, okay, so it doesn't have it. Most of the time it'll have a little review summary right before the reviews. That way you can just kind of skim that. So I'll just see, okay, it's saying a more modern feel, great food variety, and access to other properties. Plus, it's right on right on a beautiful stretch of the beach. So this is going to say on located on a beach, one of the most popular in Punta Cana, which is perfect. A unique experience with rooms designed to guarantee a most pleasant stay, top level amenities. What else did it say over here? Great food variety. So then, hey, so then that's something I'm gonna go down to the reviews for, right? And I'm just gonna type in here food variety. See what pops up. Food variety, so much variety. Okay, perfect. That is good. That's all I need, right? I just want to make sure that this information is accurate. I'm then gonna go to back to TripAdvisor and do the same thing for the second resort. And again, I'm just gonna scroll down and read here. Part of a larger complex, lots to explore, a bit more budget friendly, may feel crowded. Okay, so this is saying 2 lake style pools, large sun terrace. So we're gonna go down to the reviews. See, this has a review summary. Perfect. Lively, entertaining atmosphere, particularly appreciated by those who enjoy a vibrant poolside experience. Dissatisfaction with service, cleanliness. Okay. Being dated and poorly maintained, but this is looking for more budget friendly and crowded, right? So that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting as well. But I could just put in here budget friendly. This is from 2016, so maybe let's do crowded. I just want to make sure that, again, this information is accurate. Okay, so June 2025, it is a little bit crowded. Do your research, right? So I might also add in there like people add a little bit into Bahia about, and I'm just gonna take the review summary and paste it and see what it comes up with, right? I'm not doing a whole lot of thinking here. And the more you do this, the more you're training ChatGPT where to look, right? So now ChatGPT is going to go to TripAdvisor and look, okay, for all of that information. So then I'm going to just copy that. I'm going to like this post. I like to like the post so that way I know I've already responded to it. And then I'm going to paste it. Okay, I personally don't like these little lines there, so I just use commas, periods, whatever the case may be. And then I just paste. And I do that in so many different groups, you guys, literally all day. I can do it from my phone with ChatGPT. I have, like I said, in my ChatGPT, I have a chat titled Facebook comments, so that way I know exactly where to go to. And then you can just go keep doing all of this. Like the more that you guys comment in groups, the more those people in those groups will see you as experts, right? This is how I've gotten most of my clients throughout my time here. Okay. Now, recently I've been starting to focus more on TikTok, but Facebook is always going to be a tried and true source. So let's do one more. Let's go into Hey, One second, guys. Sorry, my dog was being a butthead. Okay, so now I'm in this Cancun group, right? This is a group that I have been in for probably the whole time I've been a travel agent. I absolutely love this group. And again, it's just going to be filled with people asking for different recommendations, different things, right? So I'm going to go to one specifically asking for about like hotels and stuff like that. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. There's a lot of questions in these groups, you guys. So there's more than enough posts for you guys to go in and engage on. Okay, perfect. So these two, now I'm gonna be like literally now respond to this in a Cancun group and offer services. So you guys will see how the response is a little bit different when I'm offering my services. I'm still going to answer the question that they're asking, right? I'm still going to give that information, but then I'm also going to offer my services here, okay? So both are great adults only options with beautiful ocean views, but they definitely have different vibes. Hyatt Zilara Cancun has more of a laid back luxury feel with amazing service, a stunning beachfront, and a super fun pool scene with entertainment that doesn't feel too over the top. I do know these hotels, so I don't need to double check these. The swim up suites and food options are big highlights for a lot of guests. Secrets Divine is sleek and modern with a more sophisticated quiet atmosphere. The wine cellar is a nice touch and the food is top notch, though the beach area is a bit smaller and can get rough at times. It really comes down, It really comes down to the vibe you're going for. I've set clients to both and can help you figure out the best fit. I'm a travel agent and would love to help you plan your trip. This last sentence is how I like to end my offering of services, right? What ChatGPT was doing before, I was like, no, I don't like that, is saying like, feel free to message me or you can message. No, I want to be straight up like you can message or DM me or text me to schedule a consultation and see if we're a good fit to work with each other. That part is super important, okay? Because that is setting the tone for working with you, right? That they're not just using you as a travel agent. I do not like when people say that, right? I don't like, oh, I use this person as my travel agent. No, I'm working with this person, right? We're not just someone that, or we're not just like an object that you can use, right? We're a person or we're a business that you work with, that you partner with, okay? And then also, this also really sets the tone too, because I charge planning fees. So I don't talk about like working for free or free quotes or anything like that. You guys don't have to charge planning fees if you don't want to. So, but this would still set the tone just for like an elevated client experience, okay? So I'm literally just going to go in here, copy, like the comment, paste. Again, I like to edit the little like little, I don't even know what these are called, but whatever. Those, and then I add in my digital business card is what I like to call it, which is basically just if you guys have seen my Facebook cover photo, it's that, okay? I have to find it on my laptop. I have it in a specific photo album on my phone, so that way I can easily just get it. Here it is. I add in that to the comment and then post. And then you'll be able to see it once it loads. Oh wait, this is not the right one. That's why. Here we go. And then it's loaded, okay? Now, sometimes the original poster will contact you. Sometimes other people will contact you, right? But the more you do this, the more people will be contacting you, okay? All right, do you guys have any questions so far on engaging on Facebook? No? Okay. Okay, let's go into creating a Facebook group then. All right. I'm going to close these. We are still going to use ChatGPT. Why is this not closing? Oh my goodness. Bear with me, you guys. There we go. Oh, I accidentally closed ChatGPT. Lovely. Okay. Open that back up and come over here. Now, I do already have the basics set out in my Disneyland group. However, like I said, we're going to create a group from scratch. So I'm going to go to the beginning of this chat so we can, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So we can create the group together. Okay. So this is how I started creating my group. Okay. And we're going to use that same type of information to create a group together. So when it comes to creating a Facebook group, there are a few things you want to know, right? Why even create one, how to set it up, what to post, how to grow it, and how to track the analytics in there and the algorithm tips, okay? So the reason why you want to create a Facebook group rather than a page is because a Facebook group is an amazing way to foster a sense of community rather than building an audience, right? So if you're creating a page, really you're building an audience, whereas Facebook group, you can have the ability to really foster that community. People want to feel like they are a part of something, and establishing a community of like-minded people is what that group is going to allow you to do, okay? This is going to help you promote engagement with information rather than just consuming the information. So it's going to help you promote, you know, people liking and commenting and having conversations rather than just liking and scrolling. Okay. And it also allows people to have a space to connect, learn, and share with others who also have similar interests. Okay. So, in order to create a Facebook group, you have to know who your aligned client is, right? And we're going to get up to that. We're going to get into that. And we also need to know how to set it up, okay? So again, you need to know, like I said, who your aligned client is. If you guys don't know who your aligned client is, then I actually have, I think I have a training on that that is recorded. Let me see, and I can send it to you guys. So that way you guys can, here it is, aligned client identification. I'm gonna put this in the chat for you guys. You guys can look at that. Another great tool that you guys can use for aligned client is, let me show you guys this. This aligned client questionnaire. Okay, now I am going to do my best to like recreate this for you guys. I think I might have already done that already. This is from, her name is Marcy. She is a really great travel coach, and she's also a travel agent. Now she has a Facebook group and she's super helpful. And she is where I learned all of this stuff from, okay? At least creating the Facebook group and the aligned client information, right? And so this is just going to allow you to kind of figure that out. So if you guys want this, let me know. I can send it to you, or I can recreate it and send it to you later. But for now, you also have this training that I did, which is basically just, it's basically the aligned client questionnaire, just not that exact format, okay? So you want to know who your aligned client is. Let me see if I have that note up, so I can just pull that up too. Hello, notes. Let's see if I still have that. Perfect. What is an aligned client? Okay. So it's going to tell you exactly what that is, okay? And you want to take some time to figure that out, okay? So who do you want to help the most, all right? If you don't know how to figure that out, you can also have ChatGPT help you. I should have another chat on this too. Aligned client identification, perfect. So then you can use this, right? I need help figuring out who my aligned client is. So we'll actually do this together for the new group, right? Because this was done for my Disney group. So we can do this for a new group, okay? So I need help figuring out who my aligned client is. I know I want to help people experience. I'm going to put stress-free and luxurious vacations without all the added stress. I provide full itinerary building and trip management and planning. So all my clients have to do is show up and enjoy their vacation. All right. I want to work with people who are not focused on the amount of spending, but more focused on the experience they're having. I'm open to working with people from all walks of life in all different situations, but I just want to focus on people that will value me and my services and not looking for a quick, cheap vacation. I want to specialize in the white glove concierge service. I will provide for my clients, and I want to focus on destinations like, let's do like all inclusive, or I'm gonna put travel on travel types like all inclusive resorts. And put high end. We're gonna do Caribbean. Oh, well, that's whatever. We're gonna do Europe, Asia, cruises, and theme parks. Okay, so we're gonna do that. It's then going to we have that aligned client, right? We know kind of who we want to work with, and it's going to give us a little bit more information. It's going to give us the experience, right? That's what we're wanting, time and energy, service. It's going to give us who they're likely to be, okay? So we can know who we need to work on focusing towards, right? And marketing towards. Empty nesters, high achieving women or couples, multi-generational families, theme park lovers, what they are emotionally motivated by, okay? Who our aligned client is not, and then our specialty travel types that are aligned with our aligned client, and sample taglines, identity phrases, and so on and so forth. I'm then going to go, let me actually open up another one so we can just kind of go back and forth so it's easier. So you want to figure out first who your aligned client is, right? So we can create this Facebook group. I'm then going to go into here, right? It gave us core values, demographics, psychographics, needs and pain points, personas, how to attract them. Okay, so I'm going to add in, can you please give me their needs and pain points? I think that was really the only thing we were missing from here because we have emotionally motivated, likely to be, what else is there? How to attract them. Yeah, I think how to attract them and how to attract them. So these are all things that I want you guys to do as well. And what I can do is I can share this chat with you after so you guys can copy along and edit it for your own aligned client information, okay? So it's going to give us their core characteristics, their pain points, okay? And this is what we can use, their pain points specifically and their needs is what we can use for your marketing and for your content in that group, okay? how to attract them, speak to their desire for ease and excellence, show off the white glove experience, use story-based content to paint the picture, be clear about who you're not for, create a signature process, right? So this is where you're really going to hone in on your travel agent sales process, which I know I've dropped a picture in the chat before, but I can drop that again later. You want to, it's going to give you tips of how to infuse the luxury travel types into your content. And then next steps. Okay. So the next steps that we're taking is creating a Facebook group with it, right? So what we want to figure out is we have our aligned client. We want to name our group. We want to describe our group. And then we want to start growing our group. Okay. So right now we're in the naming and describing process. So we want to name and describe it. So we're going to say, okay, now help me come up with a Facebook group to name a Facebook group name that will target my ideal client. It's going to give us a bunch of different names. You want to have the types of travel you want to book in there, right? So like luxury travel. I'm going to look for something like that definitely has maybe families, maybe luxury, maybe all inclusive in there. Um, we're going to try to look for something like that. So let's see, I might combine some of these as well. And you also want to put in your name too. Okay. I think I put that in here. Okay. No, but you want to put your name in the group as well. So I don't like any of these. And sometimes you guys, we just have to tell ChatGPT, I don't like those. I want to include the want to include, we'll say the experience and have key SEO words. So key SEO, which is like search engine optimization, you want to have key SEO words that people would be searching up. Like how when we were looking for travel destination groups, we typed in the destination. You want to have key words that people would be looking up when looking for a certain type of travel, right? That my aligned client would be searching when looking to plan their vacation. Okay, let's see. So we have luxury travel planning and concierge vacations. I kind of like that. Luxury travel concierge, stress-free itineraries and VIP service. No, luxury vacations made easy, planning itineraries and expert help. We have stress-free vacation planning, luxury cruises, Disney, and more. Okay, so I'm liking how we're having the types of travel in there a little bit more. Vacation planning help for luxury and bucket list travelers, effortless vacation planning, luxury cruises, theme parks, stress-free itineraries, and expert vacations. Let's see. Okay, I'm kind of liking this one. Effortless vacation planning, but I think I want to do luxury vacation planning, Europe cruises and more, or maybe Europe cruises, Disney and more, or something like that. Um, or maybe cruises. Let's see. You guys also help. Like, what do you guys through these lists? What do you guys see that you like? I think I might do luxury vacation planning. And then we'll add in, so let's do luxury vacation planning with a few of the types of travel and end it with by Halia. Let's see what it comes up with. Okay, I'm liking this much better. So do we want to do all-inclusive cruises in Europe or all-inclusive Europe and Disney? And theme parks, maybe? No, I would want to put Disney. Okay, what do you guys think? 1 or 6? Europe and Disney. Okay, so 6, 6. Okay, we're going with 6 then. Okay, so that's going to be our name. So we're going to say, this is going to be our name. Okay. And then we're going to say, okay, great. Now we need to come up with a Facebook group, a description, right? So here, and then we're going to come into here. And again, you guys are going to get this. You can, here we go. You guys can like copy and paste the different prompts that I have and then use it for yourself. 3.5 years. And then I'm taking Disney stuff out of here, but I want to talk about this, right? So I want to talk about who the group is for, how I am different from other advisors, as well as what makes my group unique and what they will learn here. I want a section about my commitment to group members and my clients, okay? And that is important for who or the description, okay? So you want to have, again, key SEO in the description. So we're going to type that in as well. Make sure to include key SEO in the description for the types of travel I book and who I'm looking for. Okay. So we want to have key SEO. We want to have it detailed. We're going to get into security questions in a little bit. We're going to get into the new intro in a little bit. You also want to make sure you have brand colors in your group. And again, we'll get into that in a little bit and a linkable address. So we'll get into that in a little bit as well. And then we're going to do, like I said, our description. So clear and detailed welcome message. Okay. We want to have a link to our website and calendar. So let me make sure what I do. Let me make sure I didn't have any. Okay. Okay. So we're going to add in all of these places, all of these things at once. Okay, great. And then we're going to say, make it visually appealing using emojis. And I'll show you guys how we're going to do this whole thing with my other group that I have and how we're going to use my other group to help create this new one. But like I said, you want to have a link to your website or your calendar, okay? How will this group benefit them? I want to make sure they know that. My commitment, right, which is what we talked about. The type of travel experience that you curate. Do you charge a fee, right? If you do, put that in there. Key SEO, any of your specialties, and the kind of care you provide and who you provide it to. So that's all part of what we told it to create for us. And so now we have that, right? Welcome to luxury travel planning or luxury vacation planning, your go-to space for stress-free experience first travel planning with experience first travel planning with concierge level support. I'm Halia, a travel advisor with over 3.5 years of experience curating seamless, customized vacations for busy professionals, families, couples, and luxury lovers. So we're saying exactly who we are looking for, okay? I specialize in planning all-inclusive resort getaways, European escapes, Disney and Universal vacations, and cruise adventures, all with a white glove touch, okay? This is what I do. I help travelers who value ease, service, and unforgettable experience ditch the overwhelm of DIY planning. From start to finish, I design and manage every detail of your itinerary, so all you have to do is show up and enjoy. This includes tailored itineraries and curated resort recommendations, booking and travel logistics handled for you, personalized dining, excursions, and insider tips, ongoing support even while you're traveling, and VIP style service every step of the way. So it's telling them exactly what they're here to get, right? Please note, I do charge this. Okay, perfect. And then who is this group for? This is built for travelers who want custom stress-free vacations, value expert guidance and luxury touches, prefer experience over expense, and are dreaming of all-inclusive European trips, Disney Universal, and cruises without the planning headache. Want to travel confidently knowing someone has their back. What makes this group unique? Unlike other groups focused on budget tips or crowdsourced advice, here you'll get professional travel planning insights, behind the scene tips from a seasoned advisor, destination inspiration tailored to luxury-minded travelers, booking guidance for high-end resorts, cruises, and parks, real client stories, pro planning tips, and expert Q&As, advice that puts you first, your preferences, your style, like your lifestyle and your dream. That's really important. I love that. And then my commitment to you. I'm here to support you, whether you're dreaming, browsing, or ready to book. In this group, you'll always get honest experience, travel advice, a no pressure space to learn and ask questions, education on travel tips, destinations, and how I can help, thoughtful content and guidance rooted in service, simplicity, and strategy. Let's plan smarter, travel better, and say goodbye to to vacation stress for good. And then how to contact us. I would change this to DM to text or something like that. Or maybe we'll keep that. And so what we're gonna do is in the beginning, you'll see where we're gonna add in our calendar. We're going to add in our contact info and like our Instagram or TikTok or whatever. All of this information is going to still be public. Our group is going to be private, but this information is going to be public. So whatever you put there, make sure you're comfortable with everybody knowing. Okay. Now we're going to do the little new intro. Um, and we're gonna just copy and paste this. Okay, so like I said, I took Marcy's course on Facebook group that she has, and so she helps you come in, she helps you create all of this information. So this is how I did that. So this is the new intro thing that we're gonna come up with, and I'm gonna show you what that means. So now I want to have this as a guide. It's going to give us a little bit of a new intro just for people to see when they're first joining. This is really long. Okay. And then we're going to add in here. I can add that in myself, but we're going to add in a place for our website here. Okay. So I'll just actually add a place for my website. So it's just going to take what we did and add that in add a website in there. Okay. And then what else did we do? Okay, so now I have now we're going to start working on group rules, but we're going to do that after we create the group. Okay. So the next step is we want to create a Facebook cover photo for the group. Okay. Now you guys all at this point should have my cover photo template. Okay, so we're gonna do a cover photo. Now, I really like this, but I obviously don't want Disneyland vacations, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of this and I'm gonna put it here, okay? Now, I think let's do this. This is luxury. What is our group name? I forgot. Luxury vacation planning. And we'll have to make it a little smaller, right? Luxury vacation planning. All inclusives. All inclusive Europe, Disney. Oops. Your Disney travel. And then we're gonna make it a little smaller. Like this. Oops, wrong one. By Halia. I'm keeping that. And then I'm just going to switch out these pictures. And we're going to do like a beach picture. I have my logo here. I'll keep a Disney one, and then we'll do a cruise one. I think I might have my picture of on a cruise ship on here, but I might have to upload it. We'll see. Okay, it wouldn't be that far down. Oh, here it is. And then we'll put this one here, okay? Actually, oh geez. We're gonna switch those. I'm gonna put this here and then put, where'd it go? That here, and then put the beach on the other side, just so it's a little bit more balanced with the pictures of me. Okay. And then in the background, should we do like a beach in the background, or should I just keep with this purple? What do you guys think? Maybe beach. Would you not allow other travel agents? So in my Disneyland group, I did allow other travel agents and I used it more as like a training source. It was like they'll engage, but if you're looking for specifically like you're just wanting this to be you and like the community you're wanting to build, I probably would not allow other travel agents. In this one specifically that we're creating together, I'm probably not going to allow them. So that's going to just be personal preference. Okay, maybe beach purple. Let's see. Let's do both and see what it looks like, right? Let's actually do like a lighter purple. Okay. So that looks fine, I think. I'm actually going to make this just a little bit bigger. And then let's see what a beach would look like. Let's actually do. Actually, I have like pictures of beaches on here that I really like. Where'd the rest of it go? And then if I did this, I would make it like transparent. Like that. I don't know if I like this. This or the purple? Did the purple look better? Yeah, okay. So then let's take that off and let's just make that purple again. Okay, so now that we have our cover photo, I'm going to download just that last page. Let's add it to my photos. Here we go. Okay, so now that's done. Now let's start actually creating the group, okay? So let's go to Facebook. You want to create the group from your personal page, right? You don't want to create it from your business page. So you want to here, you can either do it here and go to, oh, they moved it. Okay, so it is over here. Okay, so you can go to groups and then you can just create new group, okay? Create new group. It's going to ask for the group name. So we have Luxury Vacation Planning, Europe and Disney Travel by Halia. Put that in there. Choose privacy. We want it to be private, but we want it to be visible, okay? That way they have to answer our security questions in order to get in. I'm not going to send any invites yet, but they can still find it, right? So when they're searching things, they can find it, but they again have to ask the questions in order to get in. They're not going to be able to see any of the content unless they get into the group, okay? And then we're going to create. Okay. Now we're going to edit the background. We're going to upload a photo, put in our cover photo here. And then I'm just going to bring it down a little bit. Even though this part is here, it's still going to be able to be shown. So once that saves, the whole thing will show. Okay, perfect. That's there. Then we're going to add a description. Okay, and we're going to take that description that we had over here. I'm also going to show you guys where we're going to add in like our calendar and stuff like that. So before we go into all of that, like hi, blah, 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 we're going to do this. I'm just going to copy and paste this. Okay. And then we're going to edit. Okay. So if you're ready to plan your next vacation, please request a quote here. Here's my website. I have my email and my Instagram. Okay. Then we're going to go in with this description. I'm going to say, welcome. Again, I don't like these little dashes. We're going to come over here into what I do. Can't fold that. So I'm just going to put a little bit of space, right? So welcome, what I do. This includes, and please note, actually, and then we're going to space again, who this group is for. Actually, I do like that emoji with that. So who this group is for. I don't like these freaking dashes. I'm going to put a laptop here because I do want to like specify that, you know, it's a little different section. We're going to do that again. Okay. What makes this group unique? My commitment to you. Now, I personally don't like the yellow emojis. That might just be a me thing. But I always change them to my personal skin tone because I feel like one, it would just kind of be weird if I used a different skin tone. But I don't like the yellow ones. So let's see how I end this. Oh, whoops, I didn't want to do that. Okay, so I'm not going to add in that last little bit of like ready to explore because that is at the top, right? So that is already at the top. then they can read about the group and what it does and who it is and all of the, or what it's for and all the things. So then I'm going to hit save because we have now our group description. Okay. And then we're going to go into, so right here where it says the about section, you'll see about our group description. Okay, which is perfect. Now we're going to go into group settings and we're going to go to new member intro. We're going to say get started. Show profile picture. Why doesn't it show the background? Okay, whatever. Now we're going to copy that new intro, okay? Let me just, here we go. We're going to go ahead and copy that. I'm going to take this little dash out. I'm going to take this part out and I'm just going to copy my website. Oh, no, no, no. Okay, let's try it this way because that was weird. There we go. Okay. Copy the website. I'm just going to go over it, make sure it doesn't have any of those little dashes because again, I really don't like those. But this is just personal preference. Travel tips, new resort, perfect. Hi, I'm Halia. I think that was the last of them. Okay, now I'm going to publish. Perfect. It's going to have the cover photo on it as well. So this is what someone's going to see after they request to join the group. They answer the questions. Once I approve them, this is what they'll see before they join. Okay. I'm going to press continue. Oh, just kidding. That's what they're going to see before they join. I'm not going to put a location. This is the web address. Okay. So this is what we want our personalized link. We want it to be our group name. Okay, so it's like luxury vacation. I don't even remember what the name is, you guys. Vacation planning, all inclusive, Europe, Disney. I'm just gonna actually put luxury vacation planning by Halia. We're actually just gonna leave it like that. So the other one's way too long. This is where you can change the group color. Now, my favorite color is purple, so and that's like my whole brand color. So I'm going to be purple, but I want to be lighter. So we're going to make it like that lavender color. No, I want to make it the lavender. So just let me be. Okay, cancel. I guess we're not going to make it lavender. We're just going to make it purple. So now that's going to change the colors of my group. So when it shows up, it'll show colors. Group affiliation, I'm going to tag it to my personal page. So that's where you'll see on my Disneyland group where it says group by Halia Kekahuna and it tags my personal page. Okay. That's what that is. Who can join this group? I do profiles and pages. Who can approve member requests? Only admins and moderators, which is going to be me. Okay. I also add in my business page as an admin and I added my girlfriend. You want to have backup admins just in case. Who is pre-approved? Nobody. Anonymous participation, I do have on. Anyone can post in the group. That is true. Post approval. Do I have that on in here? I don't even remember. I don't think so. I think I allow posts. Yeah, post approval off, edits off, all of this stuff. The rest of this stuff is going to be like personal preference on what kind of stuff you like. I like to have my posts as newest or new posts. That way, when they come to my group, they can see the new posts first. Comments are going to be default, that's fine. This default tab is going to be discussion. Okay. So that's going to show like my regular posts. Alrighty. Now let's go in and add some group rules. I'm just going to copy the group rules from this group. Okay. Facebook has some pre-written ones, so we're going to add that. We're going to add all of these. Okay. And then I'm going to take these ones and just kind of adjust. So I'm going to pretend to edit it, and I'm just going to copy and paste. Okay. You guys can do the same thing with my group, my rules that you have. You guys can join my Disneyland group in order to see all the things if you want. And you can copy and paste them. Okay. So then I'm going to create that no PM. What is it called? No unsolicited PMs. No unsolicited PMs to members. So this is saying like don't private message a member. Okay. So those are my group rules. So when they join my group, right? Once they answer the questions that we're going to create right now, once they answer those and I approve them, then they're going to see in the new member intro, they're going to see that little new member intro blob that we created, as well as the group rules. Okay. Then we're going to go to membership questions. They have to agree to the group rules for the membership questions. And again, I'm just going to copy what I already have, and you guys feel free to do the same. Okay, so we're going to copy this. This group is exclusively for those considering hiring me for the next vacation travel with Halia. Your travel advisor are currently working with them. Please refrain from joining this group. Please comment below how you found it. Okay, so save. Then the next one is drop your email for specials, newsletters, and an opportunity to connect offline. So you want to also have a newsletter, okay, going on, or an email list. Do you agree not to solicit? This is important to me, right? Question type is going to be check boxes. I agree. I'm actually just giving them one option. Oh, I have to give multiple options. No. Okay, so whichever one they click. Or is it multiple choice? Just kidding. Whichever one they click, okay. If they click no, then they're not getting into my group. Okay. And then I think that is all the rules that I have. Okay. So then we're going to go back to group settings, new member intro. They should also have to apply the group rules. Okay. So now this is set up. All right. Now you can go to home. This is set up. The next steps are going to be creating posts. Okay. Because now you have your group set up properly. Now we just got to work on creating posts. Okay. So what to post? You want to post a mix of personal things, right? It's the same type of situation for like your personal page, right? Where you're posting like personal things, but also business things, also engagement things. The only difference is this is going to be a little bit more business centered, right? This is going to be more focused on booking a trip with you. So you want to post personal things because people need to get to know you, get to know who you are, right? These are the foundations of the other two pillars, right? Which is business and engagement. Engagement is going to help your group run, right? But this is what is going to allow them to know, like, and trust you and help you build relationships with the people in your group. You also want to be focused on educating, okay? So not really sell. You can post deals in there every now and then, right? But same thing as if for like your regular page, you don't want to focus on selling. You want to focus on educating your clients on your services, travel destinations, tips and tricks, upcoming specials, etc. This is often going to get less engagement, okay? So I don't want you guys to like get in your head if you're noticing that these posts are not really getting much engagement. That's kind of how it's just going to be. Then you also have fun engagement posts. These can be travel related, these can be non-travel related, but this is just going to help keep the it's going to help keep the, keep the vibe, keep the culture of the group. It's going to make it fun. It's going to help people laugh, right? It's going to build that community, that culture that you're looking for. So these are really important as well. You want to be vulnerable and real when you are creating your personal posts. Be real about your life, be real about who you are, be real about what you do. If you do this part-time, if you do this full-time, be real about that. Obviously don't have to share anything you're not comfortable with, but still be real. Always have a call to action in these as well, whether it's asking for advice or hearing about other people's experiences, or like, I don't know, what do you like? Like, it can be something simple. Don't overthink them, okay? This is all about building the relationship with your clients, okay? And then again, business, focusing on educating. So you want to create posts that are going to intrigue people, they're going to help them learn something, right? And but you don't want to give too much of the information away, so that way they're reaching out to you for more information or to book a trip, okay? Include your scheduling link in the comments. So I'll put something like, oh, to book your next trip, schedule your consultation, or request your quote in the comments, or schedule your consultation in the comments, whatever, however you want to word that. And then engagement, again, it's all about fun. Do not overthink these. A few of my posts that I post on my personal page, I can post into my group for engagement as well, as like, I don't know if you guys saw like the flight one, like my first flight was, my last flight was, my next flight is. Like, they can be simple, they can be fun. They don't always have to be related to travel. They shouldn't require much real brain power to like answer and engage with them. Okay. So an example of, let me actually put this in present mode so you guys can see this. This is going to be from my Disney group. Memory Lane Monday. This is personal for me. This was focused on Disney as well, but I did a little throwback to my 21st birthday at Disney. Okay. I shared a little story about how I tried to go buy my first like legal drink at Disney, and the lady didn't believe me and tried to take my ID away from me and thought I was fake. And my mom was standing right next to me and had to come and like save the day. Okay. Because she didn't want me buying, like, this lady did not believe that I was 21. It was literally my 21st birthday. It was a whole thing. Then I also have a business post, right? Looking for a long getaway. I give some tips on what to do on a long weekend getaway. And then an engagement post. How early do you typically arrive at the airport, right? This is just, what do you guys do, right? This isn't anything too crazy, okay? Now, when it comes to growing your group, you really want to focus on consistency. You want to be strategic. Slow and steady wins the race. Because remember, your group is for your aligned clients, okay? Not everybody should be able to join your group. Your group isn't for everybody. When it comes to inviting people to your group, I would only focus on inviting people that fall into that aligned client, right? Before you invite them, ask yourself, why would they want to join and how can this benefit them? Okay. Your goal for your group should be 1 to 2 new members a week. This will help you maintain your targeted audience, your aligned client. It will help you maintain high engagement and sales conversion. One mistake I think I made with my Disneyland group is I was trying to grow it too quickly, and then it wasn't giving me the engagement and the community that I wanted, right? Because I was letting too many people in, okay? You also, like I said, want to focus on your aligned clients. If you've booked with anybody in the past, you can invite them. If you have anybody that you want to book for, you can invite them, okay? But your group should be exclusive, all right? You can also send out emails, newsletters with the link to your group. That's why we created that link. You can create a QR code to share. You can include the link directly in your email signature. Maybe I like to post it on my story every now and then. Like, I'll be talking about something and then say, oh, join my group here. You can add it to you guys can add it to the bio in your Evo site, add it on your Instagram profile. Any other groups that you see that allow advertising of other groups, you can do that. Some of them will specifically say no tagging other groups. So make sure you guys are paying attention to that as well. But also, like, make sure you guys are asking yourself before you invite people, why would they want to join? How can this benefit them? Okay. And then some algorithm tips. You want to review your insights regularly. You're not going to be able to see your insights until you have at least 50 members and you're posting consistently for at least 28 days. Okay. But once you do, I'll show you on my Disney group. Obviously, we won't be able to see any insights on the group we just created. But once you do, you have insights here. Okay, you have growth. I have not grown because I haven't really been working on it. There has been a few membership requests. I have denied them, I'm pretty sure. Um, but it'll show you all of that. It'll also show you where my engagement. Okay, like I said, I haven't been really working on this, so my engagement is really bad. My posts are bad. I haven't been posting. Okay. In the different, but it'll show you all of this information, right? Popular days, popular times. You can see when the best day and time is to post for you. Okay. But most importantly, you guys like have fun with this. All right. Have fun. Don't stress too much. And we can use ChatGPT to help create this content. Okay. My biggest tip is for your group, you want to post, I would say, at least 2 to 4 times a day. You can schedule posts. Okay. So if you take an hour, maybe an hour and a half a week, you can schedule your posts for the week. Okay. It's super, super, super simple. And what we can do is now we have our aligned client profile for our Facebook group, right? I personally would start a new chat to start planning. So that's where this has come in, right? Disneyland group planning for the other one. So help me create a plan for a Facebook group that I will be running, and this is what I'm doing, right? Now, you have your different pillars. So I would probably do this a little bit differently now. Let's, okay. So I actually don't like, where did I come up with the, okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I thought I had the, what is it called? Whole strategy that I used in here, but apparently not. Okay, so we're gonna just create this on our own then. Now we're gonna do a new chat. I'm going to delete this. We're gonna do a new chat and we're gonna say using the chat we just had about the aligned client profile. Using the info from the aligned client profile and the luxury. I really don't remember the name of this freaking group. Luxury, here we go. Facebook group. Help me come up with content to post in the group. I personally like 4 times a day. I want to post 4 times a day, rotating between these 3 content pillars. And then I'll put in, again, you guys are going to be able to copy this, but I'll put in personal I'm gonna put this focus on building with my community. And then we'll put over here, we'll do business. And engagement. And then a new one that Marcy actually has been talking about lately is expertise. So I will, let me go in and add that real quick. So she has different ideas on here once you take the thing, but expertise post ideas. Okay. So this is what this is. So we're going to copy this and put it in here. Expertise. And copy that. Okay. So now we have different post pillars. Okay. 4 times a day. To post in the group. Come up with, we're just gonna do a week's worth of content. I also want to start with, because we're starting a group from scratch. Wow, from scratch. Introductory post about me and my journey. Okay, and then we're just going to share. Alrighty, so now you can see that it's giving us the different posts, right? Day 1, personal, okay, business, engagement, expertise. Day 2, personal, business, engagement, expertise, okay? So then you can start using this. You can start playing around with it, testing it, seeing what works best for you and your group and you and your community, okay? This is going to be a lot of trial and error based off of the community that you are building and what works best for that, all right? Do you guys have any questions? I know this was a long training and I appreciate you guys for sticking with me. But I figured it would be really good if we kind of went through the whole beginning process together. Yes, definitely a lot of stuff to absorb. Like I said, it is recorded, so you guys can watch this over and over and over again. But like I said, I really wanted to make sure we went through the beginning setting up process together because I know a lot of people, the last time I did this training for TK, a lot of people had questions on that part. Perfect. Perfect. And like I said, you guys can utilize the different what is it called? I'm going to share the ChatGPT like things that I did, so the aligned client profile and the content plan. So you guys can utilize that to like copy and paste and put into your own ChatGPT, um, whatever. Put it into your own ChatGPT stuff to create your own group and stuff like that. So you guys don't have to remember, okay, what was the prompt that she gave? Like, how did she word that, right? You guys can be able to just copy and paste, okay? So I will create that as well. Alrighty. Any other questions? Of course. Stop, Penny. Okay, you guys. Well, I hope this was helpful. I will be getting this recording out as soon as it's done, doing what it needs to do, okay? And I will post it in our Wondering Wanderers chat. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you guys later. Bye, everyone.